The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend. Henri Bergson. Fortunately, some are born with spiritual immune systems that sooner or later give rejection to the illusory worldview grafted upon them from birth through social conditioning. They begin sensing that something is amiss, and start looking for answers. Inner knowledge and anomalous outer experiences show them a side of reality others are oblivious to, and so begins their journey of awakening. Each step of the journey is made by following the heart instead of following the crowd and by choosing knowledge over the veils of ignorance. Henri Bergson. When it is said that an object occupies a large space in the soul or even that it fills it entirely, we ought to understand by this simply that its image has altered the shade of 1,000 perceptions or memories, and that in this sense it pervades them, although it does not itself come into view. Henri Bergson. Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. Niccolò Machiavelli, The Prince. Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. Niccolò Machiavelli, The Discourses. Because there are three classes of intellects, one which comprehends by itself, another which appreciates what others comprehend, and a third which neither comprehends by itself nor by the showing of others, the first is the most excellent, the second is good, the third is useless. Niccolò Machiavelli, The Prince. Of mankind we may say in general they are fickle, hypocritical, and greedy of gain. Niccolò Machiavelli, The Prince. Politics have no relation to morals. Niccolò Machiavelli, The Prince. Under circumstances of the mind comes a great responsibility to be able to tell the difference between your own thoughts as the ones that are created for you. Those thoughts created for you foolishly makes the delusion that they are your own. Illuminated sheeple. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. Friedrich Nietzsche. Without music, life would be a mistake. Friedrich Nietzsche, Twilight of the Idols. There are no facts, only interpretations. Friedrich Nietzsche. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often, and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. Friedrich Nietzsche. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations, and epochs, it is the rule. Friedrich Nietzsche. 95% of our mind is controlled and influenced by our unconscious mind. Illuminated sheeple. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. George Orwell. In our age there is no such thing as keeping out of politics. All issues are political issues, George Orwell. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. George Orwell. All the papers that matter live off their advertisements, and the advertisers exercise an indirect censorship over news. George Orwell. But if thought corrupts language, language can also corrupt thought. George Orwell, Politics, and the English Language. Technology has destroyed the whole value and purpose of the individual soul. In religion terms, Christianity as I'm most familiar with, the devil wins until the end times of the apocalypse. Illuminated sheeple. Enclosed within his artificial creation, man finds that there is no exit, that he cannot pierce the shell of technology again to find the ancient milieu to which he was adapted for hundreds of thousands of years. In our cities there is no more day or night or heat or cold. But there is overpopulation, thraldom to press and television, total absence of purpose. All men are constrained by means external to them to ends equally external. The further the technical mechanism develops that allows us to escape natural necessity, the more we are subjected to artificial technical necessities. Jacques Ellul. True technique will know how to maintain the illusion of liberty, choice, and individuality, but these will have been carefully calculated so that they will be integrated into the mathematical reality merely as appearances. Jacques Ellul. The goal of modern propaganda is no longer to transform opinion but to arouse an active and mythical belief. Jacques Ellul. The individual who is the servant of technique must be completely unconscious of himself.